everyone. Welcome back to the channel. And it's just like 2 days since the last video I made, and my voice is still kind of not there. I have just recovering from a cold. But guess who we have here, guys? We have little Chenoa. And as the title says, it's time to send Chenoa home to her mommy. I know that I said I was not going to sell Chenoa after the first time that she was returned to me, and I'll tell you a little story about that. And I made a second one for her mom, and I had no intentions of selling her. I have all of these clothes for her and all of these cute little props and books. Oh my gosh, role playing with this little lady is so fun. I tell you, a toddler like this one is so fun to role play with. So, but this is a change of season. So what that means for me is that I am changing the way that I am as a doll artist. And I don't interact with Chenoa as much as I could. And there are people that I know that will interact with her more and value her. So it's time to let her go. So this is going to be a very hard one for me because I thought she was going to be my forever baby. She's my first baby with albinism. But anyway, it's time to get her ready to go off and meet her new mom. Okay, everybody, so it's time for me to do Chenoa's hair for the last time. And she's all, well, I was going to let her watch TV, but she said she didn't want to watch TV. She want to read this book. So let's get her all ready to go home to mommy. I'm not going to do too much with her hair. She has, and this is kind of the story time I'm going to tell you. She has synthetic weave hair. So, and this was the look that I was going for. See, Chenoa, let everybody see how long your hair is. But this was the look that I was going for when I first decided to create her. And it was so hard. It was so hard to do. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I broke so many needles in her hair. So I do want to tell mom, please be wary that, don't take her head off and reach your hand in there if you decide that you want to restuff her or reroot her, because I did not take those needles out. Her hair is so very, very, I should say her hair, but her vinyl is very, very hard to work with. So, okay, we're just gonna give her some little twirls right here. Can you see that? We're not gonna take we're not going to take these out, but her mommy can. Now, the problem with Chenoa's hair, even though I think it's beautiful like this, it's not really something that you should be really combing and doing a lot of styling. You can style it, but you don't want to just be running a comb through it, because although it will not break, it will not come out of the roots, it's kind of delicate. So we're gonna, look at her, she's so good. We're gonna use this pink now. It can break. And so that was the problem with her first owner. Even when I did sell her, saying that, this is not the type of hair that you can really just comb and style, because it's like weave hair. And I thought her mom really understood, but at the end of the day, when she got the baby, she said, you know what? I'm very much concerned that as beautiful as she is, her hair is going to keep breaking off whenever I try to style her hair. Can you just reroot her? And I was like, no, I am never going to reroot this baby. It took me like 12 weeks to root her. I'm not saying every day, but every day that this is terrible. every day that I felt like doing it, it was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how many needles I broke. But we came up with a better remedy, that I would repaint Chenoa's head and I would root a new baby. And you know, I was fine with doing that. I'm still learning. I knew that that was not the best course for me as an artist, to sell a baby that the mommy could not enjoy the baby's hair. So I was okay with making that type of change. We'll do this purple. So that left me with old Chenoa head and a new Chenoa body. And I really liked the way I painted her new albinism body. I wanted her to be an African-American baby with albinism. And I feel like I achieved that. It's not just the kit, but it's just the type of the colors that I use. I think we're going to use this green for this last one. So Chenoa turned out really good with the new paint. That tells me that my technique, I dropped it, my technique is changing. So another reason why I was okay with going ahead and letting another mother have her, because I know that I would paint in a different way now. She would look different, even though she looks perfect the way she is. But if I ever did another baby like her, she wouldn't look the same. All right, so Chenoa, you got your little space balls in there, and you got your braid in the back. And it's time for us to get you washed and ready and packed. Also, one thing that I did with Chenoa is I put an armature, a body armature. So her head, it makes it easier for her to pose. So anyway, we'll see you in a minute. So I'm sure that mom already knows this, but it's always a good idea to put on light colored undergarments, especially if you're going to dress the baby in darker colors or denim. The transfer rate is so high on a vinyl doll, especially one that is as fair-skinned as this little baby. And this does include socks and hand coverings. The inside of her jacket had a very light color, so this time I didn't put an undergarment on her hands and arms, but honestly, Mom put an undergarment on her arms and hands. So Chenoa is all ready to go. I did just sit there and linger and just watch her for a while. And I was going to show her getting wrapped up and, ready to go into her little box. But literally, it was so hard. I was surprised. Now, guys, we do get attached to our babies, but I had to stop. Once I put that plastic over her head, I was like, I think that's it. Okay, now back to the fun part, getting all of her little items packaged up. There were several people who really wanted to adopt Chenoa, and of those people, many of them were great fans and customers of mine. But at the time that they offered to adopt her, I was not ready to let her go. And when I spoke to her current mommy, I did say, no, I don't think I can let her go. But then, as I mentioned, it is a change of seasons. And sometimes you have to understand when you are just holding on to something and you have to let it go. Bye, Chenoa.